Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the State of the Market Live. This is the 26th episode, and today is July 11th, 2022. Hope you all had all a great weekend. Let's assess the direction of Nifty and Bank Nifty futures for today. We are starting a week afresh, and Asian markets indicate that SGX Nifty futures are indicating a downside. So as we see, SGX Nifty futures were not able to cross 234 levels. Basically, spot did not cross 234 levels, which is an edge monk level. Basically, the level I have given on Friday. I told you that we need to close or beat 16234 for the markets to go further on any bullishness. However, you see from on Friday, we have maintained a particular range around that level, and we could not push through, indicating slight tiredness in this rally. And you see that today in the morning we are again rejected around 234 levels. You see the open also did not happen about that. So going into the regular trading hours, which is RTH, we may not break as of now, but in pre-open the situation can be different. The pre-open can be at around 16 300 360, whatever. Pre-open is always a dicey thing. It all depends on how large players want to set the market. So until then, we need to assess the information that we have. So why do I plan the day like this? Basically, why do I wait for pre-open information? So in statistics, there is something called a bias rule. Bias rule. It is basically BAYS, bias rule. So it is a statistical theory, but let's not get deep into it as it is out of the scope of this webinar or live session. So what bias theorem says is whenever there is new information, you need to include that and then change your decision. So your decision, generally what happens with retailers is the decision is always stuck with something. For example, on Friday or on Saturday on the weekend, or let's say on Sunday night, you open the chart and see, you draw trend lines, you put moving averages, you put your favorite indicator, and then a kind of bias is created. You think that, the market is going up. Okay, that is a bias that gets fixated in your brain. But what happens is whenever you are taking decisions in a dynamic system like trading, you need to include this bias theorem into your decision-making process. That means whenever there is a new information, you need to change, you need to adapt. That is what I teach my students in the mentorship program. So to make it easier for you to understand this, let's say the context is that like on a Sunday night, you wanted to go for a jog on Monday morning, right? At around, let's say 6 a.m. But what happens is that day there is severe rain. Okay, the rain starts at around 5 a.m. and the rain is a downpour. Basically, you cannot get out. Will you go out? No. So your brain is automatically processing new information. That means you are taking that information into mind and then changing your decision. Earlier, until night, until you slept, the decision was that you will go for walk no matter what happens, right? You get prepared, you beat all the odds, you wake up, you put on your clothes, and then you are into your sneakers, and then you want to run, but there is rain. So you are changing your decision. If that can happen in our regular life, why doesn't it happen in trading? Just give it a thought. With that in mind, let's proceed to our focus of this live session. So we are on SGX Nifty futures, we are going down. So a key level that I will keep on in mind on the downside is 16035. And on the upside, I will keep 16,234 in mind. So if there is any positivity above, if the pre-open is above this and the market runs, then I will look for any longs. Otherwise, I will look for a decent drop at least to 16,035. Now, what happens below 16,035? What happens? So this is the first step that my mind has taken. Right now, let's hop on to Nifty futures and see what is in store there. Okay, now in Nifty on a broader time frame, that is on a 15-minute time frame, I see that I have 16,278 as a key resistance. You notice this here. So you have 16,278 as a resistance, and at the bottom I have 16,182 and 154. So these are the levels from the previous day. You see that we tried to break these levels, but we could not. So any move, so we may probably open around 16, let's say 234 levels, and then we may slowly drip down here. And once we fall, this is the level I am looking for. Basically, this is exactly that 16,035 to 15,986 level. Earlier, you remember, I told you when the market was, balancing in this range, I told you that we have to break, say, 15,951 levels. So now we have to bear in mind 15,986 level. So if we break this gap, for example, if the market is very powerful on the downside, I will break this. So we need to look for 904 and 849. So basically, this is my base case. So basically, this is going to be my zone 1. So today I will go into the market with a bias on the downside. So there is a 50% chance of happening this in this zone, and then the rest 25% happening in this zone. And I give only a 25% probability of any upside. But these probabilities will change when the pre-open indicates a gap up open about 278. Remember, I am not biased now. You see, until 9:15, I'm not biased, or let's say until 9:08, I'm not biased. So if the pre-open is indicating 16,278, I will throw this in junk. Or it may also be possible that we open gap up and then fall. Okay, so I keep my options open when I'm trading for the day, whether it is for futures or options or whatever we are doing. So let's remove this, and then so what is the base case now? Let's recap Nifty futures and then get going to Bank Nifty futures in a bit. So either we can open here, fall down, and then trade here a bit and then fall down. This is my base case. Otherwise, we gap up, fall down, and then fall down. Otherwise, we gap up and then continue towards 16,570 range. If it breaks 278, then I will look for zones where it is trading in this. So about 278, there can be many levels. We have 522 also, around 500, 400. We have some confluence zone. We'll look for this. But when the market goes there, it starts building new zones for you to trade. So until then, I'm not worried about those new zones, because if we burden too much on both sides, we will end up trading too much. We will over trade. So we need to have 2 to 3 levels in mind and then execute them to the dot. Let's get on to Bank Nifty futures. Let's see what is happening there. Bank Nifty futures are a bit interesting. We are above a key level of 34,814. So this is going to be a very important level. So we may open in this range of 35,200, and I see a slight upside potential until 35,500. So we may kind of travel in this zone until we trade upside. So in Bank Nifty, I am a bit positive. However, there is a fair chance if we break this zone. For example, if we break 34,814 and 34,662, there is a fair chance of getting to 33,989 and then 33,429. However, this is baked in only when the market gets there. I'm not going to get biased again here. So on the upside, I will look for max. I am looking for 35,500. There can be a fair bit of congestion here. So even if the market opens and goes there, there can be rejection from there. Even if the market opens there, there can be slight rejection. So basically, in Bank Nifty futures, also we can expect some kind of tiredness as we get into the trades today. In Bank Nifty, one more thing is we had a fairly bit of balanced day. Let me show you how the market profile graphic is looking. Let's first look at Nifty. So in Nifty, you see that. So we can, this is how the path is going to be. We have to break 16,185 as I told you. I marked the level in trading view. You see that we need to open below this level, and any move below this level is going to take us right back to 16,035. Here it is 16,095. So we can even kind of get to 16,095, and then 16,035 is also a key level on the downside. So we need to travel in this zone in Nifty futures. Let's look at the upside. So on the upside, I want a move above 16,234. So any move there is going to impact 278. This is the confluence zone I am looking at. And also we need to break 250. There will be option buyers around this level, and option call writers, CE writers are going to control the market here, and they will ensure that the market, the spot level is around 16,234 and below. So that is for Nifty futures. Let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty. Sorry about it. Then let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty futures. Well, so in Bank Nifty, as I told you, we had a very nice bell curve. So you see that we had a very nice bell curve. So this confluence zone is going to be very important. So any upside is going to be until only 35,500. So anyone looking at Bank Nifty, the upside is limited. However, we need to see what is the downside level that we need to break. This is a particular level we have to break. So once we break this, which is basically the high of 7th July. So if we break the high of 7th July, there is a fair chance we can move pretty fast on the downside, So here, one more important thing I want to tell you in Bank Nifty is the downside, the risk to reward is favorable on the downside. So we can even go to these levels. And also on the downside, I see that this is one particular zone. Let me remove this again to avoid confusion. So there is a decent chance of 34,000 level coming before we go to 35,500. Or even if we hit 35,500, there is a fair chance of falling towards 33,950. That is almost like 1,100 points. So you need to keep the downside in mind before you get on with further upside, or at least we can have a rangy move. We are still around 1/3 of this month's expiry, so there's still 2 weeks or 3 weeks of trading days. So let's see how this pans out. Before leaving, let's see what Nifty is doing in terms of daily charts, where it is in terms of moving averages. Notice here that we have beaten the short-term moving averages, and we are near basically we need to break this level, this blue line. So however, you see that on Friday it could not happen. So there is a fair chance of moving in this range. Sorry about it. There is a fair chance of moving in this range before doing anything. I told you this gap needs to be filled a lot. There is a lot of liquidity traction here. So we need to fill this level before breaking on the upside. So once we break 16,278 or 280, there is a fair chance. I'm not saying it will happen. There is a fair chance of going even to 700, but on the intermittent basis, we need to break 16,230 and 271 on a daily chart. So remember that. Let's look at Bank Nifty on a daily chart, how it is faring. Yeah, here you see that we are well above, Bank Nifty is a bit fairly well distributed. So we need to keep this zone in mind. That is the downside I was talking about. You see the 34,000 levels. So on the upside, you see a doji is formed. So there will be a lot of indecision here. On the upside, I'm looking for 35,500 or even 700 if at all it comes. So this is the zone I am carrying with while going into trading today. Let's also look at Reliance once, because it is one of the stocks that moves the indices. Let's have a look at it, and then sorry about it. Let's just a minute, guys. Let me fix it. Reliance. Yeah, Reliance is a bit bad. So it is negative, as we have discussed. So it is kind of trading below all moving averages. So I told you, like 24 for 51 is the level which you need to. So, and I also told you that we will be rangy until a few days before large players accumulate their inventory here, and below 2360 it is going to be negative towards 2200. So any move about 2450 can lead to 2561. So this is one of the good trading opportunities. So I am looking for long trading opportunities whenever we are going there. So keep this level in mind for a long towards these levels like 2488, 2505 and 2561. This is going to be a very good confluence zone for trades, and any move below this is also going to get you a good number of trades, because there is a very nice price action here. This is the zone where we need to focus on the downside. If we break below 2360, remember this low, this day's low is very, very important. And most probably, if you notice, if you look at price action trading, most probably this is the zone we will be kind of trading for the next few days. So you have to be very careful in trading. Do not give your hard-earned money back to the market unless you have good trades to take. So that's all for today, guys. Hope this edition of State of the Market Live was helpful to you to clear your understanding about the market. So in our mentorship, we are going to make it a daily affair to discuss about the markets like this. So pre-market live is only going to be a part of it, and our subscribers are going to enjoy discussions on how to analyze the market with ease. There should be no confusion in your analysis if you want to trade better. Okay, so if you have liked the video, please like, subscribe, and also give in your comment section if you have any feedback on how to improve this, and I'll take care of it. Have a great day. Bye bye.